back to my channel. My name is Darby, and since the last time you've seen one of my videos, I've changed the name from Darby's Diary to Mundane Adventurer. And also since that point, a lot has happened. I have graduated from the University of Waterloo, I have started full-time work in digital marketing remotely, and I have moved out of my parents' house for the first time. So lots of exciting things. I haven't been vlogging, just been living life, but today is very exciting because I'm going on a solo road trip, 2-night camping trip to Tobermory, which is about 3 hours north from where I live. And so I'm really excited. I'm about to start heading up now. I just got some matcha for the road and I have lots of snacks and I have all my camping stuff packed up, and I'm going by myself, which a lot of people found kind of surprising, but some of my friends are busy and I wanted to be able to prove that I could do this myself. And I don't mind my own company, so I'm really looking forward to it, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe if you do, and let's go to Tobermory. Okay, so as you can see, I've set up camp. I got the tent all situated. I have my chair and the car's over here with my food and clothes and stuff. I've only here 2 nights, so I packed very minimally and didn't bring any food that needed a cooler. Tobermory is close by, like the city. I do plan on going out for food, and I'm only here for a couple days, so should be fine. But I plan on getting some wood for the fire pit so I can make some s'mores later. And I have a book, and I'm of course taking lots of pictures and reels, and obviously this vlog. Now that I've set everything up, I need to go to my first stop, which is the Peninsula Visitor Center. Okay, so I made it to the visitor center. Unfortunately, because of COVID, the museum information stuff's closed, which is unfortunate. But there's still like a little hike. I can't do the full hike because I don't have time until I have my Grotto reservation, which is a really popular hike. But there is like a 15-minute walk to a lookout, and so I'm going to do what I can, and hopefully be able to come back later in the weekend. That's the English side. Where's the English? I took the French! Oh no! Whatever, I can read French. Yeah, so I'm just going to figure something out, see what I can see, and then maybe find some food and head out to the Grotto, which I'm really excited about because I have a reservation at 5 for that. Lots of things, but we'll figure it out. Okay, so I am currently on a trail. Don't know which one. Hopefully it's going to be a lookout to Dunks Bay or something. The map is kind of confusing and there's a lot of different paths, and I can't just go to like the 2-hour one because I have the reservation for the Grotto. So we'll see where this ends up. Signs are a good sign. There's a cypress like 18K, yeah, not today. Or there is lookouts meters away. Let's go to Little Dunks Bay lookout then. Okay, so I found a hike. I think I'm just following the blue paint, but it's a lot rockier than I was expecting it to be to do in my sandals. But they're good, sturdy Echo sandals. I'm very glad I thrifted. But there's like a shortcut to this path so it ends faster. You just don't get a view of the water. But I'll see the water lots on my weekend. So yeah, it's just pretty rugged terrain, and you can, there's the water right there, but we already saw the lookout. So oh, he comes riding on the clouds, shining like the sun, at the trumpet echo, so lift your voice, it's the year of jubilee, and out of Zion's hill salvation comes. Okay, so I finally got out of that forest. I am soaked now in sweat, and I need actual food, not just protein bars and fruit and stuff. I need actual food before I can go on another like hike that I have 4 hours like scheduled for. So I found a taco truck because I want tacos. Tacos have been acquired. Oh my god. I got like the spiced chickpea one or whatever. Like beans and some sort of lettuce. I got two. Okay, bye. Okie doke. So, I am finally at the Grotto hike. There was, again, a map full of trails. That was kind of confusing, but a nice couple helped me out. And at the last place, there were a couple workers that kept answering my questions for me, even though I was being annoying about it. But now I am finally hiking, and I see water, and hopefully I get the hike that I'm looking for. But this is what I see right now. At the very end there, I see water. But yeah, it's a beautiful day. So glad I get to wear pants to keep mosquitoes and other animals out, but able to stay cool enough. So I want the Mar Lake Trail. Let's go this way. So I found myself with this water. You can see some sort of peninsula type thing or island over there. Entirely of rocks, which are very hard to walk on, but people have made some of these sculpture things. There's a big like road sign in the middle of it for the trails, and so I'm trying to find the actual grotto, and some nice people said it's probably over there, so I have to find like a trail over there. And with the limited service I have, Google Maps is saying that the grotto is 5-minute walk away from me, so I'm gonna hope for the best and head that way. I finally found what everyone's been trying to find. There's a couple other people in the actual grotto over there that I might go back and Good morning, guys. So it is the next day. It is Saturday. Did not have a great sleep. Did not have enough things under me or around me in order to be comfortable. But we live to tell the tale. So I'm still alive and well. Nice guy across the lane helped me last night make a fire big enough in order to roast a marshmallow, in order to make a s'more, so that was nice. And so I just got up, got some breakfast, changed, did some reading, and I'm about to head out to make sure I can get my ticket for the Blue Heron cruise to go to Flowerpot Island, because I need to pick it up like an hour beforehand or something. And so I'm about to head out and do that, and I'm excited for everything the day has in store. It's definitely a good experience, but let's get going. Made some friends on the Flowerpot Island hike, and finally got to the big flower pot. The little flower pot is more that way, but in this little cove here, swimming, they are out there. Making friends with lots of couples on this trip as a solo adventurer, but very cool. The water is cold, but very, very blue, and this is quite cool. Okay, so I'm finally walking back to my vehicle after going on the cruise to Flowerpot Island, doing that hike, going in the water a little bit, and then got back with those people that I kind of just did the hike with because it just worked out that way. So that's one thing that's been really nice during this trip, is that there's been a lot of families and a lot of couples, but a lot of couples like around my age, and so we're able to just like find some sort of connection, and then we just like do that hike together or do that activity together. So it's really nice to have like people to talk to, and so you don't get lost in the woods by yourself. But I'm definitely finding out that I'm really good at just like randomly making friends with people places, and so that's a nice plus for this trip, I guess. Back of my trunk's been looking like. So this bucket was full of clothes and stuff. This bucket was full of random things and food. Got my jug of water that I've been pouring into my water bottle all weekend. Then we have the bedrolls, the tent, sleeping bag, blanket, running shoes. All fits in here. All good to go. And I just put the firewood in behind my seat. I have my backpack with all my food and like towels and random stuff, and then my fanny pack with my phone, camera, and like stuff I need right on hand. Yeah, so I had much better sleep last night. I was wearing more layers, had another like mat thing underneath me, another blanket, and it was great. I'm back. Obviously some things have changed. So I stopped filming before because someone came out of the tent over there, and so didn't want to be weird. But I went to use the washroom, brushed my teeth, brushed my hair because it was really naughty, so I put it in a braid. And I am all packed up at the campsite. The car's all packed up, and so I don't have anything booked for today, but I want to try and find a beach that I don't need to have to pay for a reserve or whatever. There's a few different beaches, but I'm gonna try and find one with like free parking and stuff, and just have more of a chill day because I'm kind of hiked out a little bit, seen lots of rocks and trees. Yeah, so we're gonna go try and find a beach, have a chill day. It's 10 o'clock now. That's kind of what I was aiming for, to have everything wrapped up by, because I got up around 8. But yeah, so I'm gonna go check out of the campsite and then go try and find a beach. I guess this can be my formal outro. It was really good, and I'm very thankful for all the people that I met along the way. Pretty much everywhere I went, I was able to make friends or like join in with people in order to not be doing stuff completely alone. When I went to the grotto, I did like the first half of the hike by myself, and then once I got to the grotto, there's a bunch of younger people that were having fun like in that little cave grotto area, and so kind of just like hung out with them. If they were trying to take a selfie together, I'd always like offer, be like, oh, you want me to take your like picture? So then they have a nicer group photo, right? And then it allows the opportunity for me to like, hey, can you get a picture of me too? Because it was really hard to get pictures of myself, either like selfie or I brought like a tripod, but the lighting and the wind that night, like this is an evening hike on the grotto, was not good like pretty much anywhere. That kind of gets conversations starting about like where you're from and stuff. And I met two people who were a couple who had also just recently graduated from UW, and so then we left the grotto together and finished the last leg of the hike together, which was really nice because it was like close to 9 o'clock and it was getting dark and like just trying to find our way back to the parking lot, right? And they ended up having the exact same names as my two best friends, which was just really funny. And then the next day when I went on the cruise to go to Flowerpot Island, on the island in order to go on the hike, one of the couples that I had like done pictures with or whatever on the boat was heading towards the harder hike, because then you can get away from all the people that are just going to the easy hike, because there's a lot of people going that way just to get to the flower pots. And so we wanted to take the harder hike, and so we were heading the same direction at the same time, and so I was like asking them like, is this the way to the harder hike or whatever, and they're like, yeah. I'm like, and then we got talking or whatever, and I'm like, is it okay if I like, I'm gonna join you guys, or like, is it okay if I join you guys? And they're like, okay, sure. And I'm like, cool. And so then we ended up doing the whole hike together, flower pots, and we went swimming and stuff. That worked out really well. And then when we got back, I went out for dinner, and so I found a restaurant on Google Maps that I wanted to go to. And I was waiting in line, and in front of me was this like middle-aged mother kind of lady, and it looked like her mother, so like a mom and a grandma. So I like started conversation a little bit of like, is this the line or whatever. The person who worked at the restaurant was getting numbers. So the people in front of me said 2 and I said 1, and so we got talking, and then they're like, do you want to join us for dinner? And I'm like, sure. And so I ended up having dinner with these strangers, and they ended up paying for it, which I was not expecting, but had a great conversation with these people, really cool people. And then later on I found them again and treated them to ice cream for dessert in order to try and make up for it a little bit. But lovely evening, and it's just crazy how, like, if you're open to it and you're like friendly with people and you're not always on your phone, that you're able to meet new people, make new friends, and make the experience way better than it might have been before if I was just like bumming it around like completely by myself. I'm almost done this story because I know that I didn't explain this very well in the moment of like all these people that I got to meet along the way, and I think that's really like a big part of my weekend of how cool those kind of situations can be.